Hello, Recon87 and welcome back to Grand Tactician, the Civil War, where we join Uncle Jeb, the hero of the capitals. First the great defender of Richmond, then the capturer of Washington, and then turned defender of Washington. They held off against a mighty federal force. I have advanced time by about 2 days, just to catch up to the end of the battle. As you're well aware, when you fight a battle, when you come to this you come back to this map, you come back at the start of the battle. So I had to move forward the 2 days. They've just broken, as you see all these lovely skulls. I'm yet to see where they're going to route to. We'll have a look at that in a minute. But I did just want to jump in and have a quick look at our glorious Leslie's division. Because there's a few, fairly minor, but a few tweaks we're going to make. Firstly, a number of the fine lads here are eligible for their perk. Discussed before. On infantry, I tend to probably put a mix between sharpshooters for accuracy, ace of spades for cover, and then a few iron discipline just to help hold the line. Probably less of those, to be honest. So I'll go through and kind of dish those out. Sure, you can have one. And then the other bit we're going to do is potentially raise a new regiment, because we're a little bit shy of regiments. You know, I'm going to put a bit of cold steel on my cavalry here, and in fact, maybe even focus all of Herbert's division on the old cold steel, because we do tend to use our cavalry and a lot of melee. Stormers is, I don't think it's that useful, to be perfectly honest. No, let's just go for the cold steel. Yeah, after them, boys. I got slightly distracted there, but what I was talking about. Raising a new regiment, yes, which we are going to do because we're a little shy. We're about down to 19,000 men. So our full strength is a lot closer to, say, 30. But we've been fairly badly injured, and there isn't the reserves to draw upon. So if you look at Bates' brigade here, he's got almost 3,000 men, whereas if you go to Pryor's brigade, he's down to 1,500. He's almost at half strength. Some of those are wounded and will come back, so we may get closer there to 2,500. Or Pendleton here, actually he's only 2,000 overall. So I think Pendleton's my weakest brigade. So what we're going to do is we're going to raise a new unit. And as you can see, there's actually only one state in the entirety of a confederacy that has enough troops to raise a full 1,000-man regiment, and that is Delaware. And we have the other Delawarean unit. There's only 833 other men fighting for it. So we'll draw from these gents. Is it white then green or green then white? Hang on, this is important. I have to get this right around. Green then white. Under Pendleton. A Delawarean green then white. Beautiful. And you are a infantry 1,000-man regiment. Beautiful. Volunteers, yes. Actually, there's no drafts. But we're also not going to have any way of much men to fill the wounded. If you look at the likes of our Maryland, you know, we've got 7,000 men in the army, 0 volunteers. So they will get some more will be generated, which will fill in the gaps, but it's going to be slow. Yeah. And we've got a lot from Maryland, but we have a few more from likes of the Carolinas. We have South Carolina here. Again, very few troops. 20,000 deserters. Oh, that's bad number. 31,000 deserters from Virginia. Dear oh. I have to get the boys back. Okay, but we're going to recruit these men from Delaware. So we'll have a slightly bigger 1st division, 1st brigade. But that'll do. And as ever, let's make sure you've got a reasonable rifle. Right, huzzah. Okay. And you are under Lieutenant Colonel Joseph Walker, who has seen some action. I think he might have even seen some action with us. Anyway, and we are waiting, of course, on our new guns, which will be here in 18 days, and he's 26 days away. Good. So the plan, well, I'll pause things. We'll go into maybe 5x. Is going to be a strike north once we recover ourselves. Although this is a very interesting direction of retreat, because they're cut off. As you do. Right, are they now going to pull back to actual Union territory? I'm kind of happy to let them go back to Union territory because it seems a bit silly that they would cross the river and head into the Confederacy after having received a whooping. So as ever, the 3 targets for our push north are going to be either Fredericksburg or Frederick, I should come up, Annapolis or Baltimore. And I am tempted at this juncture just to strike out for Baltimore. There are some supply hubs at Frederick and Annapolis, but honestly I think maybe we just get to Baltimore, lay siege to the forts and build ourselves a supply hub. And kind of force them to see if they want to respond. And it is going to be probably March, if not April, before we decide to strike out. You know, we've seen the issues of campaigning in the terrible weather. We also need to make sure our readiness gets up, so there's going to be a little bit of just kind of sitting around and waiting. Oh my, these guys are making all sorts of terrible decisions. But that's okay. Are you currently in action? No, doesn't seem to be. Okie doke. Right, so in that case, we'll leave these Union troops to it. I'm curious to see where the AI move out the rest of the Confederacy once they start breaking their winter quarters. No, Lewisburg. Oh, or alternatively, we're going to be thrown into another defense of Washington. Which I think is fine. Okay, I'm being taken advantage of because I'm blindly loyal. Me, okay. What have we got coming down the road? I didn't even know you guys had any more men. Oh, and speaking of more men, I'll have a look at that in a minute. 14,000. Jeez, where do you find another 25,000 men from? And the reason I'm partially surprised, if you look at the strategic map overall, and the men fielded, we essentially have parity. We're a little bit behind, but you know, it's in the noise. So you know, a few more heavy defeats, and we could even come out ahead. So we've got quite large armies now. Here you go. There's 18,000 men sitting in Winchester. I'm not sure are particularly well opposed, and could strike out while we get battered in and around Washington. Yeah, can only be defensive. Right, they still haven't attacked me. I had hoped we were going to get to our offense this episode, but perhaps I will not be afforded that opportunity. We'll see what happens come the morning. Before we do anything else, let's have a look if our artillery has arrived. Some of it has. Let's get them switched out. Some better guns. Happy to stick with my Armstrongs, 3 inches. We'll go for one again, 1 Whitworth per. And then we don't really need 24-pound howitzers until we actually go. And actually, we may take on the fort, and even then, we probably have an overwhelming force compared to a fort. It doesn't really matter. So perhaps we should swap you out for the imminent battle. I mean, we could just bring the big guns. Be like, so slow. But they are. But £30 sounds insane. Alright, for the fun, we're going to do it. We're just going to bring the big guns. Excellent. Alright, we'll see if they break camp and come on in. I think we're doing ish. We're doing ish. Morale's 55%. Readiness is still seen as poor. But we've had a week or so to recover. Oh, another bunch of men. Another 6,500. Interesting. So all these points out here, I'm not sure if there are actually any troops there. I think they've all finally made their way east. I'd love to have control of some of these other Confederate forces to go and pressure the Union. But I'm a mere general. Okay. Let's keep speed up. They're going to come. Here they come. And hello. So they have managed to find a force of 40,000 men. Mainly, okay, 15,000 straight away, and then a few more when they come. But I mean, again, they've been marching through winter, so I'm expecting their condition to be less than ideal. We've got our own slight trauma. 4,000 men are a little unhappy with life. So let's jump into battle and see what it's given us. Okay, well, we have the same map we had last time, although a slightly different objective. We are defending again, just this little crossroads here, Rock Creek, just east of the Mosher and 7th Street Turnpike that we defended last time. They hold a 3-2 advantage in terms of manpower. They brought 30,000, we only field 20. But I think this is going to be a very similar affair to last time, where I'm just going to kind of, dig in and use defences to overcome that manpower deficit and try and preserve my force as much as we can for the next assault. I'm probably going to do forces kind of trying to keep much of the forest under my control while denying it to the enemy. But we'll see. I'll go build that out. I'll probably even go as far as waiting until the first federal people appear, and then we'll come back in and see what's what. Okay, just going to bring you back in here. We have got through to the end of the day, and I just wanted to bring you back, and we'll talk about defense stuff, but mainly because this popped up. I got a note saying one of my officers has been killed. Lieutenant Colonel Paxton was killed at the head of his troops. Now discouraged by the loss, and the morale of his regiment is unstable, with no casualties. What's interesting is his unit, 16th South Carolina here, they're currently building a palisade. So I want to know what on earth happened. Took a spade to the head. Poor man. The Federals are still nowhere to be found. They are all on the battlefield. They are coming along here, so I suspect they're slowly making their way down this road. Again, I suspect the main angle of attack will be via Mosher, but they could theoretically come all the way down the turnpike and come in this side of our defences. We've got some nice level 2 earthenworks now. I use my overnight points to upgrade them, kind of around the top side of the objective, and then we just get this palisade we're hastily erecting around the rear. Some of our troops are they're a little bit on the nervous side, and their morale is not getting any better, so I'm worried exactly how long they're going to stand around and fight for. So I've got some strategic reserves placed, and I just hope that their morale breaks before mine does. Yeah, apparently I've lost 108 men. What? My enemy have lost 30. How bizarre, how bizarre. Maybe it's desertions. Maybe they're doing it on purpose. Either way, I expect the action to kick off today. Although exactly when, I don't know. Well, there's once Pendleton has finished doing the work. I say Pendleton, obviously his men. We'll get them taking up this position just as our kind of reserve, but also kind of watching out for a big federal flank. As we do it occasionally. There you go. Pop your men down here. Good man. And we've just got our cavalry kind of in reserve / scouting about, make sure we don't get caught unawares. Okay, well, not a lot seems to be happening, so I'll come back when it does. Alright, 11 AM and we're finally getting the first sights of federal troops. And the most unlucky second VAers are coming up alone and unsupported against a well dug in, pretty angry line of Confederates. So this is going to go pretty badly for them, which is good. We've got a few bombardment targets on the go where I've seen them kind of marching. Ooh. Because I think that'll I want to try and cause them some problems there. I am suspecting they're going to try and push a little bit to the south here. So I think I'm going to preemptively grab... do I want Cable's Brigade? Actually, I'm going to pull Bates off the line, although some of them are not doing particularly well. I'm going to pull Beale off the line. I'm going to shuffle someone else along. Right, you advance over here. And I'm going to get cable here to fill the gap. And the reason I've done it that way is because his brigade's not quite as big. And I'm worried they're going to come up with a fairly strong push here. And that's going to be unpleasant. Oh, your brigade's all over the place, Prior. Let's get these gents up here. Right, let's get these gents up here as well. Maybe I should shuffle a few of those around. Oh, VA, Virginia, of course, of course. You fool. Good, right, I suspect this won't last particularly long. Although we're getting fairly close. And if they are going to come down here, there's a question of what we can do with our cannons, although I suspect they'll still be able to support. I'll have to get 30 pounders on the go when there's a nice conglomeration of Federals for us to get onto that. Alright, good. This seems fairly straightforward. Not to do speed on, there's too much happening. These are just initial tentative thrusts. They're going to be quite easily and readily repulsed. Which is good. The nature of the day is keep them bleeding. In fact, because you are so woefully supported, I'm even going to step outside the confines of our little defences here. See you up and further, but I should grab James, bring you down here. Good man. Okay, and they have broken and run. Not surprising. Taken 25% of casualties. Bad time had by all. Are you moving over? You are. It's just a little slow. In the meantime, let's also move our cavalry up to help fill the gap. Let's move you forward as a kind of floating reserve. Let's have your CO come forward with you so we can give orders nice and sharp like. Beautiful. Oh, yeah, you are getting into action. Excellent. When you advance yourself just a little bit, get those Maynards really pumping. Yeah, 10% casualties already. Excellent. There's a bit of a hole I need to do something about. Oh, hello. Which I think, yeah, you gents were supposed to be doing that. Fall back in that direction? I'm just going to need to fall back here and then I'll pull you onto the line where you're required. Okay, good. Shuffling in the snow takes a bit of time. Right, okay, there's a lot of gentlemen down here now. Let's see if we can't give them a bit more of a warm welcome. Have you pound away? Where's my 30-pounder parrots? Let's get them. I'm sure our own troops will dread the thought of these things flying over their heads. Luckily, it's not so much of a concern in the game. Right, I think I'm going to pull you back now. Good job, fall back. Okay. Holding well there. Bad day. This definitely feels a little exposed. We do have eel coming down. I'm going to shift you over a little bit. There will be some overlap, but I think that is what is required. Because I'm worried these gents I'm going to stick around quite long. There's a point of our line here. They've obviously got a lot of guns aimed at it, and although it's defence, it's not as solid as the rest of our lines. Hopefully our cannons can help out with that. I've not seen the puffs of Union cannons anywhere. Let's just keep up the bombardments along the lines. Alleviate what pressure we can. Good, we plugged that hole, although they didn't come looking for it. Paxton is losing men. Ah. That is fair. In fact, Paxton is dead. And your men are... Oh my god, there's only 94 of you. Dear lord. Right, you know what, let's withdraw. Oh, no broke. That's fair. It's not fall back. Advance. What's interesting is that this is my weakest brigade, which is why I put them on fence building duty. And they've ended up in the thick of action. Yeah, I'm frustrated with that. Advance, please. Forward facing. Good, men. Excellent. So I think some of these are definitely going to break, but we do have slowly Beale coming to the hole in the line. There's some cannons there, okay. Let's grab my Whitworths. I'm going to change what you're doing. I'll put more Whitworths here, and that one's okay. Please try and hit their cannons. Oh, I should have moved it slightly further north. Didn't see that one. Okay. Now we could, depending on where we think the end of the line is, we definitely could do a little bit of work with some cavalry. Always risky. Why don't you mount up, my good man? I'm also going to tell you all come off cold steel, because I can easily give that order. It's very hard to ungive that order. Break. Come on, Beale, plug these gaps. So what I want to do is get a mounted unit to maybe come out here a little bit and just do some scouting. If that's relatively clear, I can get some unmounted ones to come out as skirmishers. Are you really charging my lines? I mean, this unit's shaky. I like the aggression. By jings, it worked. Far too easily. We have a hole. Right, I think we'll be able to see them off, he says, hopefully. You're still advancing in position. Good. I think these guys are probably going to break. Right. And they have done. Oh, the cavalry's gone as well, at least. Right, we'll divert all 3 units to holding the line. Oh, I like this. This is a bit tense. Everywhere else is stable. We're holding firm. I don't think our losses are too bad. Where's information will tell us that? Well, that's not true. 1,000 to 1,500. They're doing a good job here of attacking a defensive position. You know, they're throwing a lot of their little exposed angle here, which is nulling some of our numbers. Okay. You're going to come over here. On the assumption this is going to be fine, let's get our skirmishers ready to try and push back some of these divisions. all I want is one unit. You're not loving life, so that's fine to come over here. Just make sure we don't sneak down that road. Okay, this is looking pretty darn good. Let's get you guys into loose order. I'm going to have you come skirmishing to the side of them. I may even be tempted to try and silence their cannons with some bold charges here to try and sort this place out a little bit. Okay, no, it seems relatively safe. I like it. There are issues, of course, with. Okay, it's not so relatively safe anymore. So do not go back. I think you are engaging. You are. You are supposed to be in my line. Get in here. See if we can start trophies up. The cans get to work. I'm not sure what to do about that. It's a 1,000 angry men could cause us a few problems here. You, sir, please advance. I think you, if we can get you skirmishing as well, more power to you. You can be my eyes and ears for trouble. Okay, good. Minor defeat, hopefully not. We are losing forces at a higher rate than they are. Early afternoon. I wonder if we can just worry these artillery brigades a little bit. Oh, there's quite a lot of them. Loose order. Let's get you involved as well. You are my stormer, so I think we should be fighting loose order. It's you guys. Do you know what? Let's go. These guys are going to come under a world of hurt shortly. Oh, excellent. They're falling back. Good. We kind of blunt this attack. Okay, quick sense check for artillery. You were shooting at what was puffs of smoke at one point. Let's maybe stop that because I don't know where they've gone. You are still firing in here, which is generally fine. Zoom out a little bit. You were taking them on. We're about to go in that generator, so maybe don't. That's also no longer required. That one I think is still okay for just now, and that one's perfect. Right, so you guys see you can silence those. We're pushing back the infantry. Huzzah. Line stabilized. Cavalry to rescue. These, honestly, artillery batteries are surprisingly hard to nullify sometimes. Oh, I don't know where you're going, but do you want to just maybe stop? Pretty happy with where this is going. Casualties, 20 casualties. Oh, you can get an upgrade. Sure, you can get some more stormers. Why not? We'll give it a go. The fear as ever is overextending myself. I'm running into trouble. Which, as you've all seen, is more common than you think. Still a few hours of fighting left. Still claiming minor defeats. Okay. Yeah, this is what we gotta watch out. Okay. Looks like the boys in blue are coming now. One brigade's not the end of the world. More than that we may struggle with. There's a few coming out, okay. You know what, it's been fun, but it's time to pull back. We shall withdraw in good order. If they want to come on, then we'll have some infantry regiments firing in their flank. Yeah, we do have a bit of a hole in our line here, right? I'm going to somewhat boldly pull you off and tell you to come down here. We'll just have to spread out the forces that we do have. Okay, no, this is fine. That's less than fine if they actually come in a charging here. It's 1,000 very experienced cavalry. Let's get you perched up against that. Shoot the flank of Eond who keeps trying to advance upon us. And Reckling should probably come and help support as well. Good. Right, I'm going to get these guys just spread out. It's a bit of an early warning system. Again, quick check along our cannons. Back down this area because it's apparently where they love to come. You're always hitting that area anyway, so it's fine. Shift it this way slightly. You are still bombarding there, which I think is probably okay for just now. To all we can do so we can shift it in a better direction. Oh, James. Get yourself in defense, good sir. Okay, I'm really pleased, by the way, we came out, inflict a lot of casualties, and then I chose it felt like the right time to pull back. I'm pretty happy with that. You seem to be struggling with this corner. Want to maybe shoot them? Do you want to maybe also shoot them? Convince them it's a bad idea? Would be appreciated. You keep falling back in this general direction. You just park here for just now. Okay, good. We're having a bad day of it. Give us time to get those infantry reserves in place. Right, at some point I'm just going to collapse in on the 6th. Your Maryland regiment, because bad things are going to befall them. Honestly, probably soon. And they're not allowing me to kind of try and push this flank again. Well, I'm going to get you guys to see if you can fall back. If you convince him to bring forward the engagement. Although he does have range though, so I suspect he may not. Are you in loose order? Apparently so. Seems debatable. Again, they're bringing lots of numbers against this little exposed section, so we need to see this unit off. And they're trying to retreat. Okay, let's press our advantage now. I think they're trying to retreat because they are unhappy with their current situation. Where's my reserves? They're slowly coming. I think we need to get somebody to help out here. We'll cut down some trees. You got to put with them. Starting to run low on ammunition. That's not what you want. Right, can I see them off, please? Whose division are you in? Pretty sure, Bait, you're supposed to be coming down here. Guys are getting in trouble. That's good. I need to just go past them. Your job's over here. Oh, the cavalry charge has done it again. They're in. Okay. I feel like I've been left somewhat scrambling at the minute. Okay, so you guys are just have recovered, but aren't loving life. Should we maybe head down here as some kind of reserve I can throw into a hole in a last ditch effort? That would be swell. Okay, we've pushed back the cavalry. Although I like this charge and counter charge stuff. It feels very true to the accounts we hear of these battles. Excellent, we're getting in the flank now, beautiful. Right, and we're going to continue to sweep round because I think we really need to keep the pressure building. Okay, Cowsey's starting to, not really swing in our favour, but at least we're maintaining kind of proportional parity. Which, given we're on the defence, is saying something. Is, I think, a credit to the AI in this battle, they're doing very well. Right, and then you're going back to this wood line to hopefully finish clearing up these new batteries. It'll be just detachments, yeah. The AI does love to recoup its guns, which is probably sensible. Right, another unit that's broken. This is good. I mean, we could just mount up and charge, to be honest. I'm not sure there's that many people nearby. Although I'm always nervous about charging cannons because I've seen some odd behaviour in the past. Okay, looks like we'll stop this gap as well, which is nice. Albeit with some less than reliable troops, one might say. I hate to think the size of a division we're going to have to end it is actually going to be division sized. You, come hold this line. Come on, see them off. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Flanking fire. What's you're under flanking fire? Lone ammo, fair enough. Losses. Seems. Oh, sugar. Oh, that thing I didn't want to happen has happened. Right. If you can, get back. Overextending myself. Oh, no, poor lads. Dismounted. Yeah, that's entirely fair. Oof. Didn't take too many losses though. That's not the worst outcome in the world. Right, we need to get back behind our lines. I don't think we're in a fit state to do any more skirmishing. Let's bring you guys down here again. I just need some floating reserves. Just all these broken units. Your whole brigade broken. Yeah, there's not much left. Come down here. Oh, and charge another one. That's what we get for fighting dismounted. Okay, respect to US Cavalry, they've done a pretty darn good job there. A lot more Federal boys in blue awaiting as well. Okay. Wheeler's relatively fresh. As is, well, Herbert's not really done anything. Herbert, I want you to come down here. Right, hopefully we'll see these cavalry off. They're concerned with life at the minute. That's the last flanking we're doing with James's brigade. I'll probably hurt our casualties a little bit. That's even Stevens, 13.6% each. Obviously that number's a lot higher for the Union. But this is tense. And it's just the multiple battle tolls starting to really take a toll on our troops. Their ability to stand and fight is not what it used to be. That's good. No longer required. I do know there is some cannons in here, so do you know what? Yeah, you keep working on those. Let's take a grand bombardment. Grand battery, I should say. Yeah, that's still a good area for you. Okay. Well, actually, there is some units still lurking. Who doesn't currently have a bombardment order? You good, sir. Yeah, you keep working on that. Okay. Oh, they're coming. There's more of them. I'm running out of reserves. Please advance to the defense. This is the weak corner. Right. You know what's late in the day has, but the only thing to say is it's soon going to be the end of the day. I wonder if we'll have another day's fight. At least it'll allow me to reorganise and put a refreshed brigade back down there. Rotate the troops a little bit. Sadly, they don't have much steam left either. I mean, casualty numbers aren't too bad. I mean, 2,800, although my force is ever shrinking as well. Oh, nice kind of couple of guns there. Grape shot into this lot. Do wonderful things. Although, to be honest, I think someone was asking me last time use a canister, but I find it very underwhelming in this game. Cannons anywhere near the front line, certainly my side, always seem to just break without inflicting huge numbers that you see in the likes of Ultimate General, for example, where cannons can really, really get high casualties when they're used in that kind of grape shot role. Back in the line. End of the day. Woo. Some resupply. Woo. Okay. I'm definitely going to swap around my defences. But that is essentially time. So I think we'll come back tomorrow to see how this battle plays out. I think they're just going to push in this corner again. I have some points. Can I upgrade this? No. So just these ones get upgraded. Oh. It would seem so. That is disappointing. Well, I might as well upgrade this one because I can. Wow. Interesting. Okay, but this is where the brunt's going to come. But I'll reorganize it and we'll come back to it next time. Yeah, come join us, see if we can continue to hold on. So our 16,000 that are left versus still their 30,000. So we're still badly outnumbered. Morale is not great. We'll see what we can do. Alright, I'll catch you then. Cheerio.